right, it is. I guess it can't be week 3, but apparently it is. This is a recap of the holiday week, which didn't have a ton of trading, but it was a roller coaster regardless. That's Rosie and I riding the stock charts on the roller coaster. And why was it a roller coaster? So, first off, I was extremely excited to set up new automation to solve my number one issue, which is the take profit and stop loss targets being what I would call static, meaning that if I have a take profit of 15 points or 20 points or whatever it is, that no matter my entry, that value stays the same. Same with the stop loss. But because of slippage and just the time it takes to enter trades, it's never perfect, which then makes the backtest invalidated. So first off, I'm testing new automation. I had 2 trades with Traders Post. The first trade was on Friday, and I'll go through that. But the reason I'm showing the screenshot, in the back end, they have a take profit amount and stop loss amount. I had set those to be my targets, and on Friday we hit that. So I was feeling really good. And today we did not. We had the same exact problem. So I'm talking with their support to see if we need to turn off signal override. But this is a real peak for me. I was so excited about Traders Post, solving all my issues with the take profit and stops to help with the backtest. But this is still a work in progress. Also had multiple trades go for some reason. This is using my own pinescript. But so this is a peak that became a valley or the bottom of the roller coaster. And because of this automation, due to Traders Post, they said I could not have a pinescript that had both directions. So I was like, okay, I probably should have had that anyways, but I thought it'd be easier and a smoother curve to have them both longs and shorts in one strategy. So I separated these out, which made me realize as I was doing it, let's see, this has been so slow, that for longs, for my setup, and test this for yourself, the 10-minute chart looks better. Whereas for shorts, the 15-minute chart looks better, which if you have one strategy that trades both, you can't do that. I'll just show you the longs on 15. It's actually working now. I mean, still would be great if it actually works. As you can tell, 10 minutes is much better. So that was a nice realization that Traders Post with their automation setup made me separate them and make me look at it closer, which I think was a good thing. The P&L increase since they're separate, and this is the other big thing. So they're separated now, and the P&L before was roughly, I think, 32,000, but now combined, I think we're at, I gotta change the time. We're higher. I think it's like 40,000. Plus, here's the other thing. Again, this is just my strategies. Don't find what works for you, but at least this process I think could be helpful, or at least this is what I'm going through. So the P&L increased by over 10K with them separated. And the big thing, I've gone through this code, it seems like 10,000 hours at this point, but the shorts and longs are going to enter slightly different, meaning the first entry, let's see if I can look at today. Okay. So today was a long. All right, let's go here. So if it enters long once, then I can take no more trades that day. If a short enters, so that's the difference. So if we enter long, this new setup will allow me to take a short as well. So instead of only having, I forget what it was, like 140-ish trades total, we now will have a potential of 265-ish. So that's really cool. So, and also I found in this backtest that you could enter shorts multiple times or after the initial long and still give me a good backtest. So shorts actually have more trades in the same amount of time because of that. 140 versus I think 127. So now we got more trades, which is awesome. And longs only take the first entry, yep. So the first trade, this was the one on Friday. I think this was after Black Friday. Oh, I messed that up. But anyways, the first trade was actually, it wasn't this, it was a loss, but the points difference was only 1 point. Whereas this was today, which was our second trade using Trader's Post, we were off by 6.75 points. So this is exactly what I've been trying to avoid. And I thought that locked in setting right here would fix that. I may take off the signal override, see if that does it. But if I locked it in, it actually would have been a loser. So the slippage still continues to be an issue. So here's my solution, or what I'm working on. So it's going to be just a constant improvement. So first, I could try to get a more direct connection instead of going Tradingview to Trader's Post to Tradeify. They also are trading. To XU trades, we could do a direct API connection, which is above my pay grade, but ChatGPT can help out with that. The bracket orders are manual. Sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. Continue to test that alongside. Option 2, this is probably a more likely, a better idea, is to update my targets to be larger, which will mean a lower win rate, higher drawdown, but maybe a more realistic backtest, kind of like the moonshot, which had massive targets. So you could have a slippage of 30 or whatever it was, and it didn't make such a big impact. Whereas when the targets are much smaller, this is huge. Option 3, which is what I'm doing right now, continue to trade as is and hope forward testing shows slippage is not going to break the strategy. I'm hoping this is it. This is the easiest path to resistance. Been working so hard on this. Every optimization seems to not really help. Option 4 is I've got my baseline settings. Let's go on longs here. And all I'm doing is I'm trying to add more filters to make this even better or stronger so I can have bigger targets, because the win rate is fragile because of how tight the targets are. So week 3 has been a roller coaster. I was so excited about Trader's Post and this exact section here as solving all my problems, but it still has not. So I'm going to continue to test. If anyone has ideas for faster execution, or if I should do an actual direct API, I'm not sure that's going to solve the problem, because no matter what, there's going to be some difference in the entries. I just hope the differences are not greater, so great that they turn winners into losers. But because of that, we now have longs and shorts separated. So today, if this goes and breaks down, we could take a short, which was never the case before. So that gives us more swings. So it is a roller coaster, and we're getting there, I hope, or we're not. So we got, I think it's like 20 or 15 more days of trading. I'm just going to keep this going. But today was a winner, but I'm really going to, from now on, just not worry about the P&L. I'm going to worry about the points and measure points, because I think if the points look good, we can just scale up and not worry about it. If I only focus on the P&L, I think that's the wrong way to do it. So from now on, I'm going to try to show just the points and my targets of how much I missed by, and hopefully we'll make this happen before the new year. That'd be fantastic if we could just do option 3, continue to trade and just make some green. So appreciate you guys. Let me know where you're at, but hopefully these actually are improvements. And we'll talk soon. Subscribe. Thank you.